summertime. Uh, Completely escaped me, but dang, these days have been some hot, I will tell you. So yeah, we're all steaming here in New Hampshire. I just checked my building. I live in a place with combined four of us, four townhouses, and I just added 11 air conditioners throughout our windows among four townhouses. So yeah, if that says anything, and one of my neighbors just informed me they will be adding another one today. Like wow. So yeah, I don't know if you're all experiencing the heat like we are, but wow. And if you are, stay inside and stay hydrated. And if you don't have to do anything, be me. Anyway, so we're going to wait before we get anything action crazy and go nuts. Going to wait for some people to trickle in. And yeah, go over what we have available tonight, drop a line or two, and see if we can't crack a monster. Because that's what I'm dying to do. Crack open a monster. Bear with me. All right. Now I'm being silly. There we are. Okay, so it is. I was confused. I thought I was pushing to the wrong destination. That's silly me. No, we're good. So opening weekend. Nice to have a little sense of normality back. Baseball. It's not summer without baseball. A modified baseball, but baseball nonetheless. Love the cardboard cutouts of the fans in the stands. I guess that's a bit more creative than just having empty stands. Gives the cameras something to pan to. There's going to be a lot getting used to. You know what I mean? They're doing it now. The game that I caught sounded like they had a fake audience recording. You know, the cheers and everything like they do on those TV shows. You know, staged in front of a studio audience. Sometimes not. They push a button, and all of a sudden they're laughing. It's just, yeah. At least there's baseball. Some version of. We'll give it another few minutes while people jump into the room. All right, guys, here's the deal. If you're chatting or have been chatting, I want to apologize. I just noticed something. For some reason, A and B are not connecting. So I was logging into chat with the wrong. I don't get it. I'm trying to fix it on the back end right now. Bear with me for un momento, and we'll get all this. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just a touch lost right now as to why. Wow. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm really having a simple little silly struggle, but bear with. I will square this away. I'm glad we jumped in a bit early. Now, let us see. No, it still wants to log me in as this and not that. Well, guys, I see an interesting little struggle here because I'm not able to communicate with anyone. Now, let's try this bad boy and see. All right. For future wraparounds, I've got to keep that in mind. I've got to keep that in mind. That shouldn't happen. Knowing is half the battle, G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, G.I. Yoda. I don't know. You don't know this one. Hey, buddy. Not sure if anybody else is in yet, but I had a little bit of a complication. That whole issue with the Google accounts thing. I was having a hard time getting Sports Break Retreat logged in. If you see above in the chat room, they kept popping up as good. The monotony of, and it's all about that authentication, the Google stuff, and wants to try and make things easier by making things more difficult, I guess. But now that that's logged in, I think that, yeah, I think that's it. As it looks right now, you and I are still the only ones in the room. I'm seeing 0 viewers, but I don't know if I'm looking at the right piece. It's giving me live or accurate. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Here's the thing. Remember last time, the first night that it went up under Sports Break Retreat. Second night, because SBR Lounge was an owner of, it had the grayish. You know what I mean? It wasn't that. I've changed no settings. It's all based on the account logged in. That's all it is. And everything, the learning curve. Yeah. Trying to understand the tie between the Google accounts and the YouTube Association. And I just learned something else, that everything is even more important to do chronologically. There are certain steps that just need to be done chronologically. Yeah, I learned that lesson a moment ago. How does the volume sound right now? How does the volume sound? Yeah. Okay. What I'm going to do real quick, and to do this, well, I might forget, may or may not lose this chat, so I might not be able to see if you respond. Yeah, I thought so. Use the chat to do this. Hold on. Alright, so we have right here is our RSASBR collaborated effort Jersey series. 20 in the series, loaded supplement little twists, if you will. We put the SBR twist on the Jersey series. So be ready for some wild cards, be ready for some cash prizes, and be ready for some pretty cool jerseys. I'll show you in a moment. There's some pretty solid stuff in that series. This year is our Madness series. We'll go through it in a little more detail in just a few minutes here. This is a multi-spot series. Choose your own adventure. Your fate is in your hands. A lot of options, and you will not be disappointed. And I really can't wait to get into one of those. The twists and turns are going to be fun. We got the Hit Parade Bat Series. Pick one, get one, 15 a team. This is Series 14. And yes, I do have a headliner series for it. You will see that momentarily. And we've got the Gridiron Football Hot Ball. The Gridiron Football Card Hot Packs. Those are pick one, get one, $8 a team. Each envelope guaranteed to carry $150 value. I've sprinkled a couple, when I say a couple, there are 4 golden tickets screwed amongst the 7 packs. And those golden trickets, yeah, those 2. The golden tickets will entitle you an entry into the full, complete, everything Dan Marino collection. It's a pretty baller collection. Multiple assorted items. Authentic, on-field, authentic, beautiful, just beautiful. So you get entitled, you get a golden ticket, 4 screwed throughout the 7 packs. There is no standard amount of cards as far as some packs might have some 5, 7. But yeah, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when we start cracking those guys. I would love to give you a bit of headliners on this. I can't. I have actually forgotten. I know that there is a Deshaun Watson Origins autographed rookie. Trying to remember, it was a fairly low number, I believe 49, serial number to 49. There's some other pretty solid hits in there. You will not be disappointed. And this is what we've got tonight. Anne Marie, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. And what I've set up for you, so that you can got a couple of slideshows to show you. This is the Jersey series, obviously. This is a Series 14 bat. I've got 3 of those present. These are the headliners. Some really solid bats. I really like this series. Really like this series. And I learned how to keep this up even longer. I just had to add more slides. Same thing. So that'll give you a chance to read some of these guys off. When I was going to start. And when this guy starts back at the top, we will describe a bit more what's going on over here. Because this is truly a choose your own adventure. Pick your fate. Love those books back in college, elementary school. Yeah, I loved those books when I was a kid, right? When I was a child. And we wanted to kind of incorporate it. And I think that you will enjoy. This is what you're looking at now. That is the 20 box Madness series. There are 5 rotating mystery boxes. We'll get to that. These are the 3 envelopes. The wild card envelope, which is a spot, the extra point, which is a spot, and littered throughout are the insane crazy bonuses. This is the prize wheel. This is an option. There are some crazy cool things in here. Those are the golden tickets. That is the only way you can get into the Dan Marino collection. I think we've limited to 50 or 60 at the most, so the odds are really good. Oh, excellent. Thank you so much, Anne. Now I'm going to rest this check. You can see it, guys. I know I can see what's going on here. So yeah, wait for this to scroll through yet again. That's the Madness series. To the left is our RSA SBR collaborated jersey series. That's a slideshow you see right above my head. Right there-ish. You gotta forgive me. A little bit nervous tonight. I don't have my comfort food with me. I foolishly ate all of my Swedish fish and have not placed in there. So there's no bag. Ow. No bag of Swedish fish kicking back here. I do have the assorted coffee and chocolate milk because I couldn't make up my mind. So, well, it's more of mocha milk. First round it was chocolate milk. Second round coffee milk. A little bit of chocolate left, so it's mocha. So, and here it is. We'll pick up right here. Here is the Dan Marino complete everything collection. That is an on-field vintage Dan Marino signed jersey. That was a Pro Line Authentic, Fanatic certified, Miami Dolphins. There was, I believe it to be an authentic, full-size Dan Marino football, certified by Upper Deck. That in itself is retro. They haven't, I don't believe that they've self-certified anything in quite some time. Bam, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Cool, cool. Thanks for stopping in. Right on. How are things? Congratulations again on the absolute monster Pat Mahomes. That is such a beautiful card, bro. Huge congrats. Monster. I'd be lying to you if just a little bit of me wasn't jealous. But not for nothing. Much rather it go to somebody I know. But seriously, congratulations. That was monster. That was absolutely monster. Excuse me. Ugh. So yeah, we've got the Jersey Madness series, collaborated effort with RSA, 20-box series. Got some pretty solid gems in there. We've sprinkled. We've sprinkled a couple of, well, a few wild cards, golden tickets. We've also strewed in a few cash prizes. It's truly a full-bodied series in a short 20-box quicker. What we also, kicking on the left here, we'll go back to this for a moment. This is our Madness series. This is a choose-your-own adventure. Three adventures will be chosen. We got three winners. They get to pick the direction they want to go, and 3 winners to every box. Every team is represented at least once. At least once. We start with the wild card. The wild card envelope recipient position. We'll have the choice between taking the wild card envelope or taking a spin on the wheel. That wheel right there. Some really cool stuff. So, person wild card chooses. Whatever they don't choose now rolls into the extra point envelope as their second choice. So there's the envelope, which is pretty cool. The big envelopes, they run a theme, and all of this will present itself as we get into these. But you will have the choice not chosen on the first round or the envelope. You make your choice, and then we go to the meat and the potatoes of the series, the full-size position. You now have 3 options. You have the choice not chosen by your predecessors. You have the Madness box position, or you have the mystery box. Now the mystery box is just that, absolute mystery. Mystery. Could be anything, could have anything, but I guarantee it has a tier value of the full-size helmet position. Choose your own adventure. And it's as easy as I can explain. You pick your poison, you pick your, it's all the direction you want to go. So yeah, what we've got, we got the Madness series, the Madness helmet series. We've got the baseball bats. We've got the RSA SBR collaborated jersey series. And we've got some gridiron hot pack football cards. A lot of them. You guys let me know what you'd like to drop. We will drop a line, and with any luck, crack some monsters. That's what I'm looking forward to. I want a monster crack tonight. I'm going to do this. We're going to time out. I'm just going to mentally rewind. I don't want a monster crack tonight. I would love for a monster to crack tonight. Mm-hmm. Words can be fun. So yeah, how's everybody doing? How's the week so far? I know we're kind of early in it, but outside of the heat, everybody doing okay? A marker. Anne Marie, honestly, check this out. You are number 3 on the golden ticket list. Russ, we offered up something to some Facebook users, and Russ jumped in, helped us tweak, and as an appreciation thing, Russ was no, were you? You might have actually been number 1. You know what? I do apologize. My brain is just deciding not to function right now. Not sure who was actually first, but you are absolutely both on the list. You might have, if not you, then Russ. If not Russ, then you. Right? The only 2 options, so that's pretty good. I think so. I do. It's going to be, the necessary evil. Yeah. Probably not too heavy into eBay. Just because, if nothing else, too, the time invested with eBay, even with the tools that will assist in auto post and such, it is so yeah, probably, but probably lightly, tread lightly, and a couple of things on the back end that I would really just for cleanliness love to solidify, and yeah, I think in the next week or two. I think in the next week or two probably is probably going to be some eBay. Yeah, there's going to be some eBay options in the near future. Like I said, not too much. Yep, absolutely. No, Anthony, correction. Um, there was another one issued out. That one was the Russ issued out. We forgot about that one, I think. Maybe, actually. Oh, right on, right on. No, that's a great idea. That's a great idea, Bam. Right? To have kind of a theme night for you on eBay, right? You do Mem on Thursday, or I'm sorry, on Wednesday, um, and then the cards on Monday and or Friday, beginning, end of. Yeah, keep them isolated and is better. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Yeah, it definitely will. It definitely will. The the double-edged sword. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, and that confirms that there is a cap of 50 screwed throughout. Now, this is throughout all series that I've mentioned that we have a hand of putting in. That is 3 of the 4 products that we're offering. The baseball bats, obviously, I can't re-crack them. But the Jersey series, the RSA SVR Jersey series, the Madness Jersey series, the Madness Crazy Psycho Madness series, and the Gridiron packs, they all have the potential to award golden tickets. Yeah, and throughout that, there aren't even 50 because we've reserved a couple to pop out as maybe a participation award, sort of live in the ring kind of thing. So I can tell you that there are not 50 screwed, sprinkled throughout the three series that have them, making it even more valuable per spot on that list. You know what I mean? Yeah, Yeah, agreed, 100%. Completely fee-bay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about keeping it light, probably not too much, dare I say it, higher, the higher value, maybe baseballs or maybe a bat, you know what I mean? I don't want to go too crazy because it's all, yeah, based on percentages. And before you know it, um, yeah, yeah, fee-bay can be fun. Oh my God, are you kidding me? 7,800 a case for Mosaic. Wow, 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 wow. See, not for nothing. All right, let's have a quick conversation. This is, not like I'm distracted from dropping a line right now by the looks of it. So, here's my opinion. Right, you want to talk double-edged sword? When these sports organizations these nonprofits decided to start giving exclusive contracts, that really hurts it. Hurts the market if you look at it this way. There's a lack of competition. There used to be Topps, Bowman, Upper Deck, all the Panini products, all fighting in the football market. In my opinion, keeping quality up and the price competitively down. Not that they were, they've always been expensive. Um, but that's the one thing that I've found. And I'm not a gargantuan hockey collector. I know that I think Upper Deck, if they don't have the exclusive, they are just the major player in hockey. Um, but the sport that I love football and I love baseball. And now that you know Panini doesn't have a license for baseball. Their baseball product is expensive, non-licensed. It feels like it takes away from, and then now they can literally control the entire football sports card market, dictate price. There's nobody to compete against. It gets to the point where that's the other side of the double-edged sword. It makes it clean and easy, but at the same time too, there's no competition in the market. And if there is, you're comparing apples to oranges because nobody else can do the licensed product. Yeah, 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 yeah. Agreed, agreed, agreed. Because they've got it there, and it's gonna. That's exactly. You're right. They're gonna absolutely find every possible way to capitalize because, correct me if I'm wrong. 2016, great rookie class. You know what I mean? There was some, expectations that weren't made certain players, and certain players that have just gotten, injured and haven't had a chance, maybe, depending on your opinion, certain. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. My bad. My big sore throat today. But in 2017, I don't think that I've seen a rookie class in the NFL like I've seen in 2017. And it almost feels like the NFL rookie class is since have been riding the coattails of. Because I feel if 2017 draft class never occurred, I think the scale would be different. And then it goes to take this and bring it into the direct into the sports card market. They didn't realize, I don't think, how valuable, key player Pat Mahomes. There are a couple of the very significant rookies in that rookie class, but obviously by far, bar none, hands down, he's the guy, right? So that drives that entire product year. The product prices have come out pretty expensive since then. They haven't had a Pat Mahomes to back the product, and that's why I say I feel like they're riding the coattails to a degree of the 2017 rookie class, and because they've got the ability to go exclusive on football, they literally now can control, manipulate, ride the coattails, and I feel that's what they're doing. You're right. They're going to capitalize. The players are great. But even before, I mean, when there was all the hype on RG3, and granted, he was not really put into the best role for his skill set, but they gave up too quickly, and hype it didn't come through. It didn't, he didn't meet the expectations. At that point, Ryan Leaf, if anybody remembers Ryan Leaf, I think he came out as a Charger. All this hype, nothing. Career backup of a backup. Yep, yep. Everybody. But the thing is then that's their pitch. That's their pitch. We don't know yet if or who will be that next Mahomes. And here's the thing: you look at the last 10 years, we've had 1 year in the last decade that has held value like a Mahomes. You know, the market desire. Kind of like crying wolf. I hope that they don't use that as a pitch, because you see one of those guys maybe every decade. 20 years ago, Tom Brady. This decade, Pat Mahomes. Decade before that, there's always just a very few that stand out, but there's always that one that everybody will pick above the others. Yeah. Is there potential? Absolutely. The well-roundedness, the overall player skill coming out of college, much better, I feel, than 20 years ago. And the longer anything continues, the better they get at it. And I think that attributes to it: better scouting, better talent, better, efficiently, work them and better them and the training and everything, the mindset. You get to a point where you can do it more efficiently, and then it gets better. And I'll put it to you this way: the guys 30 years ago, I don't know if they could play today's game football. But here's the thing: the guys today, they definitely couldn't handle the old school Iron Man, tough guy, half helmet, blood, in the trenches, hard ass football. That's what it was. You know what I mean? Now it's become a technical, and it's entertaining. But again, they're apples and oranges. You know what I mean? But in the last 10, 20 years, there aren't too many. I'd love to see Burrow. I would love to see Burrow and or Tua do exactly what Mahomes has done. I would love to see it. That's what we need. There are some teams that aren't exactly, and nor have been for a long time, marketable. Wouldn't that be great to kind of flip some of that upside down? The era of the Patriots, sad to say, I'm coming to terms with it. All good things have to end. He gave us an amazing 20 years. And you can't fault him for doing what's best for him. But now that we're down to where we were before Brady, now's the time that teams like Miami, especially in the division, they could be the next dynasty. You know what I mean? If Tua he's got the potential, and they're putting him in a position where he can succeed. Burrow, man. Bengals have been praying for, somebody to take the team on their shoulders that can handle it, I feel. Bottom line, I think it's going to be a very, 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 very awesome beginning of the season. And normally I don't bet a lot. I'm not a big, sports gambler. I am, but I'm not. I play cards, you know what I mean? The $5 here, $10 there, pick some winners and whatever. I'm not going to do anything for the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, because I want to see. There's a lot going. There's a lot of changes in the off season. I mean, dang, all kinds of big names, jumping to new teams, and that changes dynamics. That changes chemistry. Are they going to be able to catch up with the quarterback? Catch up with a new team? You know what I mean? Get to where they were with the old team. Is the chemistry going to be there? There's a lot of these variables that, maybe coming into last season just weren't there. There was a lot of question on the health and condition of certain people and certain teams. And that's always the case. But there's been a lot of, it almost feels like NFL magical chairs this offseason. I don't think that I've seen so many top-tier players move to new teams. And it brings to these new teams a lot of key talent that I think that's exactly the holes that needed to fill. So I'm optimistic this year is going to be boom. I did. Yup. That is one of the most beautiful, and I'll be honest, that is one of the most beautiful Stidham rookies I have ever seen. I think JC hit one in your room. Was it last weekend? Maybe last week, the week before. It was recently. And I thought that was beautiful. That Stidham, N'Keal Harry duel, dude, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous card. And I think that, I think I heard you say this last night. I watched the video. I ended up passing out at, before 6 o'clock and woke up at 3 a.m. I was intending on taking a quick nap, and the nap took over. I have to share a story with you. Yeah, but that Stidham, by far the most beautiful. I am right there with you. I'm right there with you. Cam Newton is insurance. Cam Newton is insurance. And, you know, if anything, that would be the only comfort blanket that I feel Stidham would need, because now it's not necessarily in his head, all in his shoulders. You know, it's not like the worst case scenario, it's him and no other option. I think, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Anything Jordan, oh my God. Especially when it's something hit parade, because you know you're limited 1 out of 100. You know, or I think it's Sapphire 1 out of 50. Those are crazy expensive. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. An hour, anything Jordan, anything Jordan. There's this page on YouTube, and it's This Week in Cards, and they go through all the major breakers, and they kind of watch all the videos, and they give you all the highlights, if you will. One of their more recent videos, I want to say they pulled out, it wasn't National Treasures, but it was a black base card with a gold Michael Jordan autograph on it. And this is the same group that after the breaker is done talking about the card, they kind of put the price up. And their price is pretty well thought at its market. Is what has it gone for recently? You know, cross-reference a bunch of different marketplaces and stuff. And they only gave it a price of like $2,000. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. Oh, if you got 3 boxes, I'm absolutely in. 3%, not for nothing. You've hit some. They've given you some monsters. And specifically, they've given you some monsters out of those platinum boxes. Now, I don't know, and it's probably, you know, my first thought. They don't know when they ship them out, you know, and they put them in a room and they're labeled, and somebody has the Magic Cross-reference checklist, but I'm sure it's not readily available. But man, have you been getting lucky, and I would absolutely strongly recommend you go into Bam's room. You definitely get into some of the platinum cards. Mad Mike has been getting some pretty hot stuff as well, but I am here to tell you, Mr. Bam and Miss Anne Marie are cracking some absolute magic. Not Orlando magic, because magic, like Hocus Pocus magic. Like, woo, that kind of magic. They're popping some monster cards. Not for nothing, I actually pulled a Trey Young. I hit a Trey Young out of one of Bam's boxes, and I'm trying to remember. And when we hit it, like I think they were like 3 or 4 boxes. And Trey Young rookie, it's got a basketball piece, a couple of jerseys, autograph, and I think that one's numbered to 149. And with everything basketball, man, you don't even need an autograph or a jersey on it anymore, and it's a monster because it's a rookie and they're worth big money. Like, that's a huge card, and that wasn't even the cherry of the night, I don't think, as far as out of the basketball platinum. Like, those are pretty well loaded, solid. You know, the one thing that I found, that you're going to see more Jared Stidhams than you will Tom Brady, which in my opinion now, I'd almost prefer. I would almost prefer. Because all the Bradys you're going to see, you know, are to remind me of an era that is now history. Whereas if it's Stidham, then it's more optimistic and looking into the future. Yeah, for sure, right? Seriously, right, Ant? Like, not for nothing. Bada bing, bada bing. The basketball platinums have been on fire. Basketball, it just, you know, thank you, Zion, thank you, Ja. But holy damn. The one thing that is still kind of lost on me, I don't understand a $30,000 non-autographed, non-jersey card. Prism parallel. Low numbered, granted, I get it. Zion rookie card is about 30 grand. I don't understand that. And that's when I feel like maybe Beckett, the standard in price guides, but might have a hand to play. I feel it's an inflated value. I don't hold the value in a parallel if it's not autographed. If it's not, I would want to sit it next to something that has the autograph, and that would be the accent card to the other. You know what I mean? But the prices on some of these, and that's why the product is so expensive. You know what I mean? And with Prism, The boxes are so ungodly expensive. You really have to have a respect for the prism, theory. And that's really kind of why I stay away, because, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I don't know. I think I'd rather have something that was heavier autograph than prism. Yeah, beyond ridiculous, bro. Beyond ridiculous. I had, a fantasy for about 2.5 seconds. I'd say I'd clocked it, but it was so brief I didn't even have time to pull up the stopwatch. That I thought that I might actually search out his. Yeah, you know what I play. I'm not a big basketball guy, but you know me. I'm a collector of quality stuff, and unbelievable, unbelievable. Wow, 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 wow. Out of a free, one of those free gifts, right? Yeah. Unbelievable. Wow. 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 That is nuts, dude. That is nuts. Nuts. Hey, let me ask you something. Your opinion on something, right? We don't have too many in the room, so again, I don't think that it's counterproductive to, shoot the breeze as opposed to drop the line because, yeah, that would be embarrassing. No, but so they're shooting right for December for this year's national convention, right? With everything going on, the virus and the epidemic that I will not really name. Um, Depending on if you're an optimist or a cynic, where are we going to be at that time? Do you think that it'll be blah blah blah? I'm not really going there as much as, do you think that when you have to reschedule something as major as, you lose a lot of traction? Do you think that come December, the turnout of the people that do go, and I know it will, play a factor on, the pandemic that we will not name. Um, my thought is this, because if you remember, there were times, and I'm sure you've gotten some in as prizes, and this is why I'm bringing this up as the gifts, with the DA card roll. Um, they get their hands on the Panini Black Packs, the Panini National Convention multiple tiered packs and stuff. And when talking about the National Convention packs, right, those almost exclusively have a value for 5 days, right? The National Convention. After that, whatever is not distributed those days coincidentally seems to find its way to DA Cardwell, to Steel City, and that seems to be a free gift type thing. Now, do you think that they would be a little bit more generous to the people that did show up? Because what I'm trying to do is I'm literally trying to weigh it up. Is the juice worth the squeeze? You know what I mean? If it is, I'll go. If not, added risk. The girlfriend's a pharmacy technician, so she's already kind of on the front line. And depending on where we're at of it, it seems like a reckless move. I probably won't. But that might be a teetering factor as to how generous. Yeah. Well, not for nothing, even the regular Zion cards, they're going for multiple $100s. You know what I mean? You get, and that's the one thing. I've never really been a fan of retail, right? And as you know, the game changed this year. And by the time I caught up to speed that the game changed, and that the retail is an absolutely bottom barrel based junk garbage, extreme rare odds for anything that you really want. They would load them with the prism, the parallels, because again, those were what I'd call disposable. They didn't cost them really anymore, maybe 5 cents because it took a little bit more for a couple layers of graphic artwork for the parallel version. But no player card, hand, autograph, jersey, nothing, you know what I mean? Yeah, the retail, by the time I discovered that there might be, they might even just sometimes be worth the squeeze, you can't find them anywhere. Literally anywhere. It's like the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, people swear they exist, but there is no first-hand experience. I see empty cases, those retail display cases. They're all empty, all of them. Like, did the supply chain break with the disruption of the pandemic that we will not name? Or, like, yeah, Yeah, I agree. They're going to have to do some extra pushing just because, there's a variable that didn't exist, and it's a real variable. I, I'm certainly going, I hope, it goes away. Um, the concern, um, if it doesn't, you know what I mean? There's only so much you can do. Look at that environment. I've never been to one. Full disclosure, I've never been to a signing. I've never been to a big show. I've been to card shows back in the day, but never major signings. And I just look at it as, is it even possible in that type of, call it convention, to even maintain a 6 foot? And if you do, how much of the experience do you actually lose? You know what I mean? How much of that personal aspect? That's why you're going to get it autographed. At the end of the day, it's not going to be so much cheaper to get it done in person. You know what I mean? It's the experience of getting it done in person. Yeah. Yeah, right? They did, right? They actually closed it for a little while and then it was an on the fly thing. Yeah, let's try it in December, blah, blah, blah. So that's going to hurt because people that were following their initial, okay, it's closed. They shut it down this year. And then they're not going to follow up on it because the last they heard was pretty definitive. Yeah, I've never been to anything, man. I was so close to coming to the Chantilly. I really was. Um, yeah, the best way I can put it, right? The very first Patriots game that I went to, New Patriots Stadium. Unfortunately, of the 4 particular years in this block of time that they went to the Super Bowl, this is the one that they didn't make the postseason. It was an ice cold December 22nd, Sunday night game, um, and my seats were amazing. I didn't even know how good my seats were. My brother and I are in the parking lot. Everybody's awesome there. You wear a Patriots jersey, you're everybody's best friend. They'll bring you into their tailgate and showing people tickets. And mouths are dropping, and I had no idea. I don't know. I didn't know. And wow, you guys are spoiled first round. Everything's downhill after. And they were right. And they were right. That's. I love to experience the first time with all the bells and whistles in the best position possible. You know what I mean? As an initial overwhelming experience, because that's how I like my initial big good things to be. So good they're overwhelming. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, the Nationals, you lose a lot of that personal, a lot of the bells and whistles, a lot of that overwhelmingness. I think would be lost with a 6 foot difference. And again, I'm not here to confirm or dispute. Everybody has their beliefs on the mask. I do. I wear mine. But if for nothing else, it's out of respect for my girlfriend, who does put a lot of effort forth, and who takes it seriously. So, and these days, I'm not really going out frivolously socializing. So, yeah, it works. But the adding all of that, I just don't know. And then you add the variable, right? What's a major part of any big convention is signing? What percentage of the players, depending on where we are at, will be willing to put themselves in risk in that type of a public environment? You know what I mean? I'm really hoping that they have, but on the other side of the coin too, part of me is hoping they don't, because you'd almost think that they would offset with an apology, because I got the 325. I forget what tier they call that, but it's the top accessible tier. TriStar has certain backstage pass, but there's everything that you get with the TriStar that is only kind of like a gift they hand off to you. It's an in-house thing, a marketing thing. But the 325 VIP is an all-inclusive all day, all 5 days. It gives you because it technically starts, well, this is all based on the original August schedule. It was going to start Thursday morning to the public. They gave you, as a VIP, a Wednesday night sneak preview, free parking all week, 10 autographs, 10 free autographs on their VIP list. Yeah, it gave all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean? So on that note, it being, a non-traditional experience, don't know how I want to run with that. Do I want to run with it as what it is? Experience it the best, take it with a grain of salt, know that this is not normal. Do I want to, wait and pop my cherry the way the parents tell us to until you get married? You know what I mean? Wait until you get married. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But the other thing is too is if they don't actually go through with it and say October, November, decide that things are not safe enough socially and they close it, cancel it, um, there's got to be some value. There's probably going to be, my assumption, a public relations apology swag bag, maybe, you know what I mean? Because you're going to get a swag bag walking in the door every day. Depending on the tier of your ticket, depends on the bag you get, the valuable collective value in each bag, So it's really all, that's what I've been kind of weighing back and forth, up and down, left and right, in and out. Because something like that, it's not something you can kind of plan to put together as someone who wants to go. Haven't gotten a hotel set up yet and all that jazz. I had soft reservations, and I believe it was the Horseshoe for the August event. They actually, because they knew, they were really good. They knew why I was asking for the reservation, that I'd be going to the convention. So when they heard the convention was canceled, they actually reached out to me and asked me if I would like a no penalty cancellation, blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, at this point, yeah. So it didn't actually cost me anything, but now there's no hotel room, and I do apologize. I keep scratching my nose, guys. I just shaved, and I didn't catch some of it, and it keeps rubbing, and I can feel it. And I didn't use shave cream and aftershave and all that too, so there's a little irritation that I keep scratching. Yeah. Yeah, even in December, I just, it's not going to be normal. I don't know if I'd rather, my virgin experience, if you will, be on a normal overwhelming or be on some modified, there's more people there monitoring your social distancing than there are people supporting the event and keeping the event closed, you know what I mean? And that's when there's a visual out of whack, out of balance, and it just, you know, it's not really the feel at that point, really. Um, But at the same point, too, I've seen people open up some of those black packs and some of those national convention packs from prior years, like the ones that they don't go through during the convention, or some of these breakers, the card breakers, latent sports cards, and the big guys that have been around forever. They seem to get their hands on post event. I've seen some of them broken, and oh my God, there are some nice cards. It's surprising that there's only usually like two cards in a pack. There's going to be a base and a potential parallel. Um, but you get the right pack, you get the right cards. Oh my God. And if they're going to play that angle, the price angle, the way they do with the Prism parallels, yeah, give me a national convention one of one. That to me is even more exclusive. That's not retail, that's event specific. An event that was a 5-day event, as opposed to, you got lucky and hit this one of one Prism parallel, non-autographed, non-jersey, just a parallel, out of any pack. But that was out of all of their product, you know what I mean? This is, limited, the odds are better, and I do believe that the price will be just as valuable. A $30,000 Zion 1 of 5 out of Prism, something tells me that the national convention, 1 of 5, Zion Prism, should be in that price range. It's even more exclusive, rare, and hard to get. Although, with them probably having a lot more of these packs afterwards, you know what I mean? They're going to dilute the market afterwards, so it loses its exclusivity on how you can actually get them. Because you're going to have more than one venue. Just be patient. Start buying stuff afterwards, you'll get them. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. You get them trickled in here and there. Or they're just really going to take care of the people that decided to show up, and that's the other offset, right? It's probably not going to be traditional. It's going to be odd. It's going to be completely not what anybody's used to, right? And somebody that has no spectrum to base their experience on, it's going to be even more awkward. But at the end of the day, the collector in me says, suck it up, buttercup, go and see if you're going to get treated even better as somebody who came because of the assumed, light turnout, the canceling it, and then after the cancellation, kind of giving different information. Yeah, we're going to actually try this 6 months later. It would have been better to skip that. We're going to shut it down for the year step, and it probably would have transferred into more following to the new date. But there is enough time for them to, remarket it and try and get it back to people that thought that it wasn't. But I do. I'm not feeling traditional, normal. Um, and a major part of it too then goes to, so I had an expectation of who the signers, who the players were going to be, because they started dropping some information, and then these guys started canceling for obvious reasons. No guilt to the players, you know what I mean? But if the environment doesn't change, which of these players would really be willing to take the risk? Because now we're talking December, right? Talking deep into the NFL season. How horrible would it be if you are a player on a postseason team, or a postseason probable team? Well, in December, you'd probably be into the postseason. Whatever, you go to the national, and you pull a signing day, and you are asymptomatic COVID for the next couple of weeks, and by the time anybody realizes, you've gotten the locker room sick and really crippled that team's chance of going any further into the playoffs or whatever it be, you know what I mean, that variable. So the active players, I'd probably say that's going to be a massive filter in most of their decision making to show and to commit. The veteran players, they don't have that live stress, but veteran, they're older, and the older are more susceptible. So then they've got that concern to deal with. You know what I mean? I don't know if the Joe Namaths are going to feel, overly comfortable. If it was me, I would. Would I risk an all-in on it, so to speak? On a semi-bluff. Yeah, it just goes. Okay, I'm gonna play it as it feels like the mood and the vibe as we get closer. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking so much about that. What do I do? What do I do? And it was kind of the same decision on the Chantilly. Were there any signers actually there? Because I heard that I knew a lot of them had canceled, but I didn't know if all of them, if they kind of omitted the signing aspect of the Chantilly this year, did the best to adapt and overcome, considering there were just certain things out of the power of, at the time. Still, unfortunately. Oh, you know what I should have been doing? Charging that cell phone the entire time. Yep, it should have been charged. Oh, and just to put this out there, yeah, wearing the gender neutral, politically correct Chicago White Sox this evening. And I'll say it again after this last weekend, the opening weekend. The girlfriend and I caught a bit of the game on Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, the Red Sox had beaten the Orioles on the opening game of the opening weekend for them. Friday night, the Orioles came back, beat them 7-2. So that was an enjoyable game for me to watch bits and pieces of that. But yeah, I think the next jersey that I get be a Baltimore Oriole, because that was a heck of a come out. First game, maybe not so much, but day two, did they rebound. And to be honest with you, I didn't even catch the end of the series. I know that the Red Sox are headed out to the subway in New York for a while. They play the Mets this week, and it's a Yankees weekend in New York. Oh, it was? Okay. Oh, I get it now. You kind of went out there, Ben. You went out to Chantilly because you had, because it was more than like the Chantilly event, right? You had the guys, and you guys kind of, did you? Okay, I see. It was a more all in than just the Chantilly event. Gotcha. I wasn't sure how they, where they landed with that. Whether it was going to be a modified, whether they were going to cancel signings, whether they still had some players. I didn't even know the status of. Yeah, my newbie-ness just veered its ugly little head, I think. But yeah, I was brokenhearted and very excited. The roller coaster is very excited because I wasn't sure in the beginning that something like National Convention would even be obtainable. You know what I mean? I just felt exclusivity. If it's anything like a major concert, you know what I mean? They're sold out 6, 8, 9 months ahead. I figured by the time I figured out this year that you could buy tickets, figured I was way behind, and yeah, that's how naive I am in the, call it the live market. There was always one of those, in my more infancy stage as a break participant. When I heard references of people going to shows and stuff, I was always like, yeah, maybe one day. You know what I mean? It felt like one of those long time obtainable. I didn't realize it was as simple as you get a hotel and a ticket, you're in. You know what I mean? You know who you know the event you've got to take the course and check the bill, see who's signing. If you want something signed that you have an item, bring the item. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. You know, it was kind of like you needed to connect the dots, if you will. You know, they were all right there, but it just seemed like unobtainable. So, yeah, that's why I got crazy excited um, about the national convention being as big as I know it to be. I've seen so much footage from other people videoing their experiences while they're at the shows, like, you know, going right up to people's tables and checking out what they have in their cases. And I could do that for hours and hours and hours and hours. I just love to see, you know, these cards, you know, because again, for me, a lot of the cards, you know, you see them in Beckett, you know, pictures of them that was submitted to them. Yeah, that's Holy Grail. But it's so many degrees of separation when you see a photo. Even when I see a card that I know I'm not going to be able to afford to buy, right? But to see it in person and to actually be able to put your hands on it, it like brings you so much more personally connected to the hobby itself. You know what I mean? And that's the stuff that, man, I can look at other people's cards for hours. I am too, Anne Marie. I really am. But I'm looking at it this way, right? And I'm looking at we've got just a couple of us in here. If the number is live, there are 2 viewers. I mean, I would be more than happy to drop a line. Please, nobody pay yet. Nobody pay. But yeah, you know what? What's the worst? I mean, it sits in the background and, you know, passively goes as people come in. Maybe, yeah, good call, good call. So yeah, what we'll do, we will drop ourselves and get to my live chat. How there. We'll try one of the Madness series. Yeah, we'll call it Straight Madness, so that it is well defined from Jersey Madness. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. For this first series, we're going to give everybody even more incentive to get a spot. I'm dropping it for the series from $30 to $25 a spot. And trust me, believe me, you will not be disappointed. You would not have been disappointed at 30. But we're going to hook you all up. Now, here's the thing. Before I drop the line, you raised Sugar Daddy, right? Sugar High Daddy? Sugar Daddy? Are they one and the same? Are we talking about he's not releasing Venmo because then you'll get the sugar-free candy? You know, not for nothing. If they're there, you gotta eat them. You can't waste food. You know what I mean? So, I just thought it was funny, the Sugar Daddy with the Sugar High Daddy, right? $25 random. Random TV. And there's the line, y'all. One and the same. Right on. And you know, maybe it's a saving grace for me. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise tonight, right? Because if I understand it correctly, the girlfriend being a vegetarian, she's gone in great depths as to why she will never eat a Swedish fish because it's based on gelatin. And gelatin is, you know, bone marrow and fat and all that stuff. And when you add enough sugar, they taste really good. Really good. So maybe it is a blessing in disguise for if I am to eat eat another half a bag. Can you believe that I probably, oh man, was that between, no, I think that was by the time I closed my on Sunday. I know I had at least 2.5 pounds left in that bag. I ate 2.5 pounds of assorted colored flavored Swedish fish in one day. In one day, and I was not keeled over. I was expecting my stomach to be in such pain. No, no. I'm building a tolerance to junk food, which is absolutely nothing to brag about. Yeah, but unfortunately, I think that just might be the case. I think that I am, yeah, I'm building an immunity to sugar and junk food because I should be climbing up the walls. I really should be climbing off the walls. But I didn't even realize that as I was doing it. It's kind of like when you open up a box intending to open one box and before you know it, the case is cracked. That's exactly what happened. Like I'm putting my hand in there, and as long as I feel other fish as I'm pulling the ones out that I want, then I'm good. But when I put my hand in and I look in and I'm swimming around to find some other swimming fish, Swedish fish. I'm trying to find. That's when I realize I just depleted this bag. And you know, a disciplined person would say, "Yeah, you know what? You've had enough." Me, you know, there's not really enough left in the bag to store it. I'm wasting space. You know, I might as well just finish the bag. You know, and then boom, the bag is finished. Horribly, horribly. So I'm off to Walmart tomorrow to get myself another 5-pound bag because, yeah, some things you just can't fight. There are some battles not worth picking, some fights not worth fighting, and the Swedish fish battle is one. Yeah. So tonight we're, you know, without our comfort food, but it's probably a blessing in disguise because I'm not as jittery as I probably would be. But the line is dropped. The gauntlet has been thrown. How do you feel about this, guys? You want to try 2 lines at the same time? We're going to test my multifunction ability and acute attention to detail, focus skills. I figured if we have a straight Madness Series line, that's a football product. You guys want to drop a baseball bat line as well? And then just help me out. Not that you really need to, one spot, 2 spot. That really refers to random. And it's pick a team, get a team on the bats. And before I drop the line on the bat, one thing that I would like to be clear on, and Bill, I think you're really going to appreciate this. I'm taking a page out of your book, buddy. You are absolutely right on the Manny Ramirez. If you look to the technical letter of the career, he played longer on Cleveland Indians than he did as a Boston Red Sox. So, in this run for this series, for this bat, if in fact that Manny is cracked, he will be awarded to the Cleveland Indians, not the Boston Red Sox. There won't be a random, and there won't be a chance to lose it if. Because thorough and complete, he was Cleveland Indian for a half a season longer, and depending on how you look at numbers, in my opinion, kind of not as significant, but a pretty solid game differential for the two teams. So yeah, there's no question. It's not one and the other goes no. We both played longer, more games, so we'll give it to the Indians. And the inscription, luckily they show a good picture of this because I drew it up and looked at it closely and wanted to put a good eyeball on it. It's a career inscription. I don't see anywhere that it refers to a particular year. So again, that would be, you know, a qualifier for, you know, potentially going to Boston, but I don't see that. So as far as I know, Fernando, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping in, bro. How you doing? What's up? But yeah, man, that's going to Cleveland. If in fact we are sitting on a lucky 2, you know what I mean? But I thought you might like and appreciate because I know other runs it could go up to random to the Sox or Indians. We're going to make it simple. I also looked at the series. The series has some other solid Boston Red Sox representation. So the other thing too is it kind of not balances, but kind of not equalizes, but kind of a little bit balances the weight of the teams. You know, value one over another, and makes Cleveland Indians, in my opinion. If you're like me, I've been chasing a Manny for a while. I loved him as a player. One of the only two Red Sox. And I gotta take that back. One of the three Red Sox that I would display in my personal collection without an asterisk, if that makes sense. I've got a David Ortiz game-used signed helmet. It's in the girlfriend's cubby with all the other Red Sox stuff. So this little cubby of Red Sox in this office, surrounded by Yankees and other things. You know what I mean? So as long as she's got that, it's okay. I've always been a fan of J.D. Martinez. Nothing but class. You know, with all the Mookie Betts drama and everything, nothing but class. He's their active player that I still thoroughly enjoy watching. Phenomenal at bat, just an all-around amazing player. But yeah, it's David and Manny. You know what I mean? They are, and the cool thing is it was the time that they played together. You know what I mean? So they share an era, and they have it. They have that era for the Red Sox, in my opinion. Nobody touches. What do you want to spot on, Anne Marie? Oh yeah, you know what? Let me take that back because I never got to drop. I never got to the point where I'm dropping the second line. So we kind of know, right? No question there. All right. So what we will do is we will pop it over here. We got this. I'm still here. I didn't think I was going to be here, but I'm here. What I'll do is I will pop this over, and that won't sit in front of me either. We're going to make me go away for just a moment because this is going to be a bit more effective this way. Klaboom. Whoop, there it is. So, yeah. The third wheel. Ooh, ooh. No, he was in here a few minutes ago. I think he's popping in and out a little bit, maybe. Yeah, Dan was happy. He was chilling. We were actually just having a great conversation about opinion on the potential outcome of the national convention this year. Best of the knowledge, it's a week before Christmas in AC. Fair enough. Good call. I agree. You know, not for nothing, I'm much more comfortable this way as well. I really am. We're both on the same page, bro. All right, first spot, Anne Marie. Cool, thank you. And we are gone. Don't be upset. We have begun. And you know, I think I'll be able to differentiate between. Yeah, thought so. The two lines. Let's do a baseball. I was about to say $1,500 because I forgot a decimal point. Man, every bet better be Babe Ruth, $1,500 a spot. Shoot, I don't even know if that'd justify it. Man, that was about to be silly. I simply almost forgot to put that decimal point, and it was about to drop a line for $1,500 a spot. Hit Parade, I know your stuff is good, but bro, not quite that good. Like I said, I don't think you could justify a Babe Ruth in every two at that kind of cost. Christy Matheson, yeah, we'd be going, oh, jeez, yeah. Lou Gehrig, Cy Young, oh, I would love to get my hands on something Cy Young. He is one of that I've been passively hunting down. Fernando, yes, it's 15 random. But here's the thing, right? This Madness series is kind of a choose your own adventure every step of the way. There are 3 winners to each box, and every winner is going to be given different directions, given options rather, and they can choose the direction in which they want to go. And the first person, the option they don't choose, rolls over to the second participant's second option, so they have a choice. And the option that they don't choose rolls into the full-size helmet recipient position, who actually has 3 options. They have the initial full-size helmet, they have a mystery box, or they can choose the option that was rolled into them, not chosen by their predecessors. So it's actually a really fun, really cool series. There are 20 boxes in the series. This is loaded with cash prizes. When I say loaded, every box, somebody is winning a minimum of $100 cash back. And not break credit, but cash. As well, there are, I think in the vicinity of 30 to 35, and I'm going to say that because I don't exactly remember what the final count was. Golden tickets, sprinkled. I say sprinkled, but that's not really that accurate when we're talking that many and that few of boxes. But in 20 boxes, there are 30 to 35 golden tickets. And the golden ticket entitles you entry into the Dan Marino Everything collection. The Dan Marino Everything is a authentic pro line, Fanatic certified. It's an authentic on-field Dan Marino, and I call it vintage because it's vintage. It's not any new style. It's a style that he actually wore. It's a design he wore. A vintage on-field Marino autographed, and I think that is certified by Global. And doing the research, that was in Global's honorable days. Most certainly, that was a major factor before the decision was made to pull the trigger on that. Definitely not in sketchy president, authenticate anything, sign his own stuff, but not he was a joke. But anyway, yeah, golden tickets, cash. There's a wheel spin. Let me drop your A's position onto the bat. And Oakland A's. That wasn't it. It should be because that's the only thing in baseball. And Fernando is popping the cherry on the bat line, on the bat break. Cool, cool. Now, nobody pay yet. Not sure if anything's going to fill at this point. We are absolutely going to give it the old college go. While we are filling this, I am going to do exactly what you asked me to do. And I am going to see if we can disable. Bada bing, there you go, Fernando, because I agree. You know, you got all this beautiful stuff, you know, you got some beautiful jerseys and beautiful bats and all this beautiful stuff, and then you got this ugly dude sitting in the front, like, ugh. Kind of. This is third night on. We went on Friday, kind of get a feel for everything, and it was more of an educational kind of, you know, explain more what the series were about and what we had to offer and what we were about. Saturday, we broke a jersey. Now, we've got a Madness jersey series. It's a 20-box jersey. It's a collaborated effort with RSA, Rochester Sports Autographs. We threw the Madness twist on this like we did with our Madness series. There are golden tickets strewed in there. There are cash prizes. Yeah, we gave it the Madness golden twist, if you will. But yeah, that's a 20-box RSA collaborated effort. The slideshow you see in the top middle, that is the Jersey Madness series. I didn't want to put too many headliners in there. Just rest assured, you're going to see some surprise bangers. Yeah. And you know, again, I didn't want to go too crazy and give too much up with the contents of the jersey. I figured 20%. 20% of the jersey, and I picked out some that, to be honest with you, didn't go with the most expensive, didn't go with the most well-known. Giving you a light taste. Um, yeah, yeah, you won't be disappointed. Um, and then to the left is the Everything Madness. That's the 20 Box Madness series. Um, Multiple spots. You got the wild card, you got the extra point spot, and then you've got what we call the full-size helmet spot. And each and every round, the winner is choosing their own adventure. We randomize the names. We also randomize the teams. So it is a true random. The essence of the word, the heart of the word. Is Anne Marie doing the break? Yo, not for nothing. Anne Marie, you think you, not for nothing, you might make it here in time. But no, she's not doing the break-in tonight. No, if we get to a product, I'll break it off. We'll break it off. And yeah, honestly, I think we've opened one RSA box so far. We hit one of the golden tickets. There are 4 golden tickets screwed among the 7 Gridiron Football Hot Packs. Those are a football pack. I can say guaranteed $150 value in each. And the beautiful thing is that I have a lot more freedom to play with. So what I was going to do, and it was going to be a surprise, but I'm not good with surprises. We were going to break this off if we had any interest, if anybody wanted to get into a hot pack. Pick one, get one, $8 a team. And the surprise was going to be once we got through the first one. I didn't really care what popped out of the first one. We were going to bust into the second one just as a bonus. So the first card break, I'm not going to put it in the line, but we will make a verbal promise. It's going to be a 2-for-1. It's going to be a 2-for-1. So on that note, look at it this way. The first filled hot pack break will be a 2-envelope break. And we're not changing the price. And that's because I got a lot of freedom. Put it together out of my collection, you know what I mean? So if I take a hit, I take a hit. You know what I mean? I don't mind doing that. Because I think that once you guys see what's in there, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. I actually, you know what? It's funny because I am going to exploit you guys right now. I am going to take advantage of the position I'm in hosting. Yes, you do have. Yep. If you take a spot in the madness, you have 3 chances to win. You have 3. We'll say at least 3 chances to win every box. You will have. There will be 3 separate winners. That's the Let me just simplify and it's clear. There will be 3 separate winners in each madness box open. You can't pick the Bears, but because of the nature of what it is, something tells me that you probably have a higher likelihood of being able to trade those guys off. You know what I mean? Getting in. You want a spot on the madness, or because here I am confused, right? Because what I had up last, and you're not seeing that. What I had up last was a gridiron. I just wanted to make sure I don't want to obligate you to more than you were asking for. So just give me a verify that it was the Madness series that you wanted to get into. Brian 22, what's up, bro? Yeah, we've got right now we've got a line for Series 14 Hit Parade bat. In just a moment, I'm going to put it back to a screen so you can see multiple headliners. Awesome. Thank you, bro. Fernando, you are in. I don't need to type that anymore. Can you see that? No. Oh, yes, you can see that. Oh. But what did I do here? I screwed up. Oh, because I see. Better. We're going to give you the spot you asked for and not just give you a name in the chat line. I think that probably might work better. Just guessing. I'm just guessing. How goes the day, Brian? How are you today? Staying safe out there in the craziness that is everything right now? Oh, yes, the exploitation. Let me get back to that. Because I want to exploit each and every one of you. I came across a card in my personal collection, right, as I was going through and building hot packs. Now, this is not a sports card, yet it came out of a sports pack. This was an Upper Deck card. It definitely came out of a baseball pack. But this is one of those political cards that they put out. And there was a little fad with these guys, this one in particular. Now, I'm going to try and do a little something special. Yeah, see, I've got to do this. Whoops. So, have I given anybody shaken baby syndrome yet? No headaches? Good. So that there, guys, and I know it's a little difficult because it's getting reflection, so if I do this, that's McCain and Hillary Clinton. Now, when this card first came out, apparently there was some stupid, crazy price attached to this. That was like one of those fad cards, as I call it. I haven't done much research. I got one, and I just put it in my box because that's one of those, I didn't believe in the price. So I'm not a guy just because the market says so. If I don't feel good about it, I won't do it. So I never sold it because I don't feel good about asking that kind of money or even accepting if I put it in an eBay auction and let people drive it up. It just doesn't feel right. So does anybody know anything about that card presently right now? Is that card still the hype card that it had? I know McCain unfortunately passed away, and I'm not using that as a reference to, ooh, does it have more value? But, you know, the question becomes, does it still, you know, does it have that value? Right on. Good to hear, Brian. Good to hear. One on Jacks, one on Rams, one on Not Sure Skins. Can do, brother. You said Jacksonville. You said the Not Sure Skins, and I think you said the Rams. And I'm hoping that my memory actually serves me correctly. Jacksonville, Rams, and one on the Not Sure Skins, so it wasn't that good. So part of me was thinking about a joke, right? So right now, officially, they don't know. We don't even know if they're just going to become the Washington football team, football club, or whatever. I actually want to make a hat with a logo and have it simply say the Washington Football Club. No logo, no nothing. I'm ready. Or Washington, and in parentheses, we'll see soon. I'm dying to know what they're going to do. Oh, right on. Cool, cool. Yeah, you know, I agree. Unfortunately, when there's a death, it brings the value up. But that card, man, did that have some bad long before, you know what I mean? And if it stayed on that, you know, tier of desire and the bad tier, if you will, and then he tragically passes, and then, you know, it brings the ceiling, in my opinion, higher. You know, I was just wondering if it's even still a valuable or desirable card because, you know, not for nothing, when the Michael Jordan baseball card, when he was flirting with baseball in between his two NBA stints, that card skyrocketed, but then it kind of plateaued. You know, I see probably why now that I say it, now that I speak it out loud. He's got, you know, he didn't get into the majors. He was minor league, you know what I mean? So you look at the values there, that makes sense as well. That makes sense as well. I'm getting all kinds of notices and notifications. Notificaciones. Oh man, that's right. I was going to speak French all night. Don't worry, you would have been able to understand it. Because my French is really just American English words said by a person with a French accent. So, yeah. But I was going to do the French thing tonight. Francion. Yeah, getting off the ground, Fernando. It's exactly, you know what I mean? Gotcha, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. I will say this, though, buddy. I appreciate you, Brian. I really do. Tonight, that might have been premature, and I'll tell you what I'll do. We are going to, obviously, crack is paid. If we don't crack this tonight, I will most definitely be sending everything back tonight, brother. Because that's the one thing that I forgot to mention to you. I had mentioned it before you jumped in the room, and, you know, me still getting my feet underneath me. I forgot to mention not to pay yet because we're not sure about the probability of its closing. But yeah, it's no big deal. I can send that all right back here. In fact, we don't. That would be exactly what I do. Yeah, so far. And you know what the joke, when I came in, when I first went live tonight, when I would chat, it wouldn't come up as Sports Break Retreat. It's coming up as Yoda T. So on the fly, I had to crack that one and crack that nut and figure out why it wasn't working. And I wasn't sure if that in the beginning, if I was sending feed to the wrong channel, you know, the whole 9 yards, because it was not logging in as I was expecting it to. So red flags. And yeah, I thought I was giving feed to the wrong channel, to be honest with you. Luckily, I wasn't. But yeah, that's what I thought. Plus the other variable, right? This is new. It's absolutely not, you know, embedded into anybody's mind, and this is an early window of time, really early window. I mean, I'm used to, you know, doing my thing and, you know, starting to think about who's going on at 9:30. You know what I mean? This is kind of just more for us to get, you know, more efficient with everything. You know, the hopping from screens and, you know, all the back end. Little tricks you learn that you're really not going to learn until you push that live button, you know what I mean? So, you know, not for nothing, looking at it more as a, looking at it more as working out the kinks and shaking off the rust, if you will, you know what I mean? It's been a while, have been on before, tried it once before with the OBS studio. But again, it was so long ago, it's almost like didn't retain a lot from the last run on the IT, on the technical and navigation side of everything. So, yeah, using this as an opportunity to not get overwhelmed, you know, and get things underneath me and underneath us, and become a little bit more fluent every single time. You know what I mean? So yeah. One of the Madness series for Bill, okay. And you know what this, if you have no objection, Anne-Marie, and I can't believe I didn't ask you, and I didn't ask you, Fernando, I do apologize. I'll give you both the option. Would you like it put on any particular spot? And what I will do, unless you tell me otherwise, unless you have, because again, I am one of the most superstitious nuts you will ever meet. So obviously your preference. But if one of you, Anne-Marie or Bam, if you want me to put one of the spots on Cleveland, happy to do that. And Fernando, do you have a preference on where you would like your spot to drop onto? You know, I'm going to do this because I do believe it's a pretty safe bet. I don't think that I would be offended. Okay. There he is. And just let me know, Fernando. Yeah, no pressure, no, obviously, just wherever you prefer it. I kind of made an assumption and dropped it on there. Oh, you know what? Durr. You absolutely, and you said it, I can't pick the Bears. You can't pick them, but we can put you there, buddy. Yup, I could have done that one. I can't believe that I didn't think about that one. That'd be all me, buddy. Kind of like the natural, just bitter resentment I would immediately exhibit if anybody ever decided, yeah, that random position is fine to put Yoda on Miami, on New York Jets, or the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, there's going to be probably just a little bit of maybe not hell, maybe a little heck to pay, maybe lightheartedly the first time. But seriously, I don't like seeing my name beside Miami Dolphins unless there's a very specific reason. I certainly am just not in general liking my name next to the Bills and the Jets. Again, they're very specific, very specific. You know, have to be headliner hunting, chasing something in particular. But in general, it just feels like betrayal. You know what I mean? I have a hard time, especially when it's that, you know, the break that, you know, I step away and then the teams are dropped onto place and then I see I'm on, oh no. You know, and most of the time, they're good teams in a break. I don't care. It's the Miami Dolphins, it's the New York Jets, and it's the Buffalo Bills, and they share a division with my New England Patriots. And, you know, I've always just felt I'm obligated, you know what I mean? It's just like an obligated, the Hatfields and the McCoys, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I am the Hatfields and everybody else in my division of the McCoys. Or I'm the McCoys and they're all the Hatfields. Whichever was the cooler family, that's me. They can be the other family because I and we are the New England Patriots. Hoorah. I'm done ranting about irrelevant garbage now. I hope it was entertaining. Probably not. I feel better now, so thank you for that. Oh. So when I say I've got a monster chocolate milk kick in here, like literally, I have a monster chocolate milk kick. I do about a gallon a day. I'm so not exaggerating. And I guess I just gotta pop that camera back up on top. I know, bro. I know I'm gonna say it ahead of time. Let me apologize. I'm apologizing. And I'm even going to give you a prep count so you can be prepared. Here's the heads up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Fernando, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Fernando, I'm so sorry. Wait, I got to do one other thing. Oh, aren't I silly? Aren't I just silly? Now, I can apologize to you, Fernando. This is my monster chocolate milk. It's actually a monster chocolate milk like that. You know, this is a stemless wine glass. It started with above the bottom. This is a monster chocolate milk. Yeah, by the way, this was filled with mocha milk a moment ago. Yeah, I consume a lot of milk. I love milk. I love milk. I realized I didn't need to drink as much alcohol, and I realized coffee syrup had been created, and then I got back to my Nesquik relationship. We were estranged for many years. That Nesquik, I think it's a Nesquik Tiger, right? Isn't that, or is that Tony the Tiger? I get confused. But whatever that mascot is, we had a brutal argument. They didn't tell me that, you know, it's possible to get curdled Nesquik out of the bottle there. Drank about half the bottle before I realized. So yeah, we were estranged for a while, and I came to the conclusion that if I make my own, we will never have that problem again. So the Nesquik bunny. It's a bunny. That's right. It's a bunny. That dang bunny. Ah, the Nesquik bunny. You gotta love. Yup, 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 yup. I completely agree. I completely agree. You know, not for nothing. As beautiful as the helmet is, I'm telling you, I am going to be. Yep, yep, that's it. The Nesquik bunny. Yep, they're all a bunch of cartoons to me, and I don't trust any of them. Tony the Tiger says they're great. You know, I've had Frosted Flakes before. They're okay. You know, that's as far as I would go with that one. So you know, yeah. And did you know that Uncle Henry and Mrs. Pillsbury had a secret affair back in the day, right? Yeah, Uncle Ben's. Yep. It was a thing. It was really a thing. Yeah. But no, as beautiful as that helmet really is, man, I'm going to be honest with you. That guy right there, this guy right here, that Dan Marino helmet, the big Dan Marino jersey, maybe I'd feel better if I had a big monster New England jersey already. I don't yet. I don't yet have a big monster New England jersey. I will. I will. I have a long-term deal with a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. He's actually borrowing, if this makes sense, a couple of my helmets for the next year or two. And then he's going to get bored. And then I'm going to get the Rob Gronkowski, I want to say it was 2007 championship game, the conference championship game before the Super Bowl. Game used, autographed, on field, the whole 9 yards. It's all framed up, certified, the whole 9 yards. He moved to a new house, and it's a little bulky for his place, but he doesn't want to give it up yet, so I'm letting him hold on to a couple of Patriots helmets. And when he gets bored, then I get all three of them back, and then I will have the Gronk jersey. Then I won't feel so bad about having all that Miami beautifulness. But I'll be honest with you, I feel the same way. Like, I don't display. I don't have any Bills lids. I've got a Jets lid. Darrell Revis, awesome player. I think that he might even spend some time in New England in his career, which makes him acceptable. But he's on the bottom shelf. You know what I mean? He's definitely, not up too high. He's where I have to, lean over and put extra effort just to be able to line of sight, because it is a Jets helmet. So yeah, I completely feel where he's coming from. And there have been times, like, not for nothing. Case in point, great helmet, awesome player. It's speed authentic. It's beautiful. It's really cool. But I'm going to be honest with you, I was not overly excited to receive that helmet. That was like, felt like a booby cry. No, you know what it felt? It felt like karma kicking me right in the testicles. And being like, yep, now you got to do it. Because it's not a replica. I don't have it. I want it. It's part of the Speed Authentic collection that I'm trying to build up. But yeah, the next step is to just keep it back and put it back in one of those black bags and just put it on the shelf in a black bag. I know it's there, but it's going to help the gag reflex maybe if I accidentally lean over too far and just not prepare and catch an eyeball of, Yeah, no, the bunny. Oh, the bunny. The bunny scares me now. After the curdled milk, peaceful, loving bunny. No, that bunny is a double-edged sword. That bunny's got a vindictive kick you right in the derriere side, because the beverage is so sweet that you can't detect right away if you're drinking a sour version of an over-sugared milk. And because of that sugar, I was thirsty and I drank way too much of it. Thought that it was the way I was drinking it, I was getting some of the bubbles. It wasn't bubble, it was curdle, and it was on my tongue, and by the time I realized it was and then the relationship broke up with the Nesquik bunny for a while. Yes, you know what? And here's the thing. I was going to put that one into the series, but the only downside to that one, It doesn't have a national certification. What it has is it has a certificate of authenticity directly from the New York Jets. Um, Not that I doubt its authenticity, but what the Jets didn't do was associate a serial, authenticity seal on the helmet. So it's literally a piece of paper that doesn't even have a specific number reference to the helmet. So when I looked at it, and I literally thought about it for a long time, I thought about putting it in the series, but then I thought maybe it's too soon. Maybe it's too soon. Or, I go to one of the shows that I keep planning on, but, not that I'm blowing it off. There's a lot changing with, where we thought we'd be versus where we are, and optimism versus reality of, and a lot of things are still getting canceled. Middle of July, I was going to a small show in Saugus, Mass, where certain things would have been able to get authenticated by, it would have been JSA, and everything, I believe, would have been certified, and letters would have been back to me by now. I've done it a couple of times with them, pretty much through mail. I wanted to upgrade a couple of things from card to letter, and that was lickety split, really quick. Everything was streamlined, so yeah. I wanted to wait until I put it in get it nationally certed, nationally recognized before I put it into the series, but yeah, honestly, it's probably going to go as soon as I can make it go away. It just feels like the odds are stacked against me. I'm not, but technically, it's kind of like the Jets in Miami stuff are banging like bunnies, and they're starting to populate. Where there was one, now there's three, and this is just, I can't have that. I can't have that. So, minus sterilization, I got to get them out and let them breed somewhere else. You know what I mean? And I never understood, right? Nesquik, can't do it without milk. Of all of the animals in God's beautiful kingdom, bunnies don't produce milk. Not sure where the association to ever make a bunny mascot for a chocolate milk. I would have made the coolest looking cow imaginable, and that would have been the cool, because at least then it is. Is it okay? Okay. See, I wasn't sure how everybody was going to take it. Yeah, and that's exactly where I'm at. I'm looking at the list. Fanatics, yeah, RSA, PSA DNA, Beckett, team certed. See, I didn't put the team certs at the same tier because they don't, in my opinion, as thoroughly as they could certify the object. There's no unique serial number associated to the item. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure. Oh, right, yeah, PSA DNA. Yeah, I did the same thing, didn't I? Yeah, I wasn't sure. And on that note, I think one of the boxes just got an upgrade. Y'all tell me how you feel about that, right? We haven't gotten into the first yet, right? I want your opinion. I'm not going to overstep here. How do you guys like this idea? I have a replica that I will tell you has less value than the Darrell Revis Speed Authentic. Now, if you all tell me that you're okay with it being a New York Jets team certified, we will upgrade one of those boxes. So this is okay. I should adjust the shoulders. And yeah. Ooh. So let me know if you'd like. I would be willing to upgrade one of the other boxes, and you're not going to know which one it is. So there's no insight there. But just know when you pop, whoever pops that Darrell Revis open, if that's the route you folks, you guys want to go, just know when you pop the Darrell Revis, that would have originally been a, call it what it is, a lower tier, less value rep. Less valuable rep. You all let me know. Oh, right on, Fernando. Yeah, I remember doing that doing that once on the way home. It was actually on the way home from a road trip. I was in Van's room on the road. Once I got back onto the main highway that I didn't have to veer from, and not for nothing, you guys probably kept me awake that night. No, I definitely feel how it is in and out. And again, popping this up at an earlier time, kind of a preemptive pregame show, if you will. And again, the expectation, not trying to set the world on fire, you know what I mean? Just trying to get our feet under us. Yeah. Yeah. So enough of the chit chat, lollygag, zing zang, bop shebang, blah blah blah. We're gonna jump over here for a second, and that means I've got to change screens. Oh, bye. So this is where we be at, and I think that I am caught up on the chat. I don't think I missed anybody, anyone, anywho, anyhow, anyhow. Yeah. You know what? That's a good call. That's a great way to look at it, Anne Marie. You're right. They're putting their team name on every certification. Yeah, so they don't really want to do anything that's gonna, take away from their credibility in any way. Because it's not just credibility on that signature, it's credibility to the team, to the entire organization. Everything kind of plays back to them, to their brand, which is all one and the same. Yep. No, you're absolutely right. How many to fill? The Madness, we've got a bunch. We've got 26 to fill on the Madness, and 29 to fill on the baseball bat. Right on, Brian. Right on. That's what I'll do then, brother. Just know this. And the beautiful thing is because it's available, what I'll do tonight after I go offline or tomorrow morning, don't log me to it tonight, although you wouldn't see the results until the next time I go online anyway. I'm going to update the slideshow. We will be including the Darrell Revis photo, and that will go into the Madness series. And I will give you guys a hint. It is not going to be a mystery box. I know that these terms are probably meaningless. But once we get to the point, or get to the actual breaking of the first box, then everything is going to make sense. This is going to be, the Darrell Revis is going to be in one of the 20 Madness series boxes. I will not put it in the mystery box. So there you go. You got a little bit more insight. Not only do we know what it is, we've got an extra headliner in there, but I'm specifically telling you where it's going to sit. That helmet will not be in a mystery. That will be in a Madness. Unless somebody doesn't choose that box when the time comes. And then I slap a mystery label right on top of it. Guess what? That Madness becomes mystery, because we will always have 5 revolving mystery boxes to choose from, if you choose not to take advantage of the Madness box. If you decide, I don't want the Madness, I want the mystery instead, you'll always have 5 options. What do you want? Box 1 through 5. Mystery box. It's a mystery. What would you like? Box 1 through 5. And they are unnumbered, non-numbered, but they are in 2 stacks. A stack of 2, and we will start the count from left to right, top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So it will always be chronological, top to bottom, left to right. They are not numbered. And as soon as the Madness box is passed upon, it gets a mystery slap logo, because chances are, if you didn't take the Madness box, you took the mystery box. So that means that mystery box collection went from 5 to 4. To make it fair for everybody, so that everybody has the same options. If you don't choose the Madness, it turns into a mystery. And that keeps the numbers going, and it keeps everybody with 5 options. And I'll be honest with you, there's another reason I didn't number the boxes. I have no idea anymore what is in which box. I have no idea, and I love that, because I don't want that insight. I want to be just as excited, or, I know what's in the series, but it adds a little, we'll say it adds some more excitement to me. Yep, that's absolutely what I'm going to do. Consider it done, Brian. Consider it done. Yeah, I'm going to start specializing more in non-divisional team. And it sounds like if it gets into your hands, it'll be going directly or indirectly into a fan, so into the hands of a fan. Because it's not like he's going to eat the helmet. You don't get much nutrition, and yeah, I can imagine not as good as advertised. I don't know who's advertising eating helmets, but if they were, it would not be as good as they were trying to tell you it was. No boobies. No boobies. No boobies. And, I'm gonna pull a moment of giving a secret. Not only does every Madness box have an absolute bare minimum of $100 give back. Is somebody, every box that's cracked, minimum of one person, minimum of $100. You will, somebody is going to win $100 or more in one spot, and other people are going to win cash in other ways. There is a $500 cash kicking in there. There are numerous multi-$100 prizes kicking in there. I'm talking bada boom, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, bada bang, bada bing, bang, 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 boom. All of those sounds, put them all together. Yep, there's some serious fire up in here. And what's better than cash, right? And it's literally cash. No boobies. That's Ann's signature. Well, the boobies are Ann's signature, right? 2 more in Madness. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense, right? Because we don't have too many participants. That would be fairly easy to get a thumbs up on, right? Confirmation everybody's cool with it. That's not a bad idea, right? That's a great call, Anne Marie, right? Because at least this way, if we don't close it, then we can kind of pick up on it if everybody's okay with this. So on this note, guys, right now, spots taken. I've got Anne Marie and Bam. I've got Fernando, and I've got Brian 22. Guys, you tell me, how do you feel? This would be a unanimous thing. If anybody is not feeling it, I feel that to make it fair, everybody should agree. And if somebody doesn't feel it, then what we'll do is we'll clear it out. Brian, if we don't break it, you let me know tonight. I can either give you the $75 back, keep you on the spots, we'll just ungreen you, so that you don't have to have that money sitting pending for any amount of time. Just let me know what you'd like to do. And you guys let me know if you'd like me to carry this over or if you'd like me to clear it. It's your call. Either way, not obligated. I'd actually prefer that you didn't pay tonight, but you will have credit, your name on the spot. Yeah, just let me know how you guys feel about that. Okay, cool. And I'll drop you guys down. Do you have any preference on these last 2 that you asked for, where they go? I know where we're not going to put them, right? I figured that we could just, so that means we've got, what, maybe 20-something options minus the Steelers? Because I won't even do that in Sarcastic Fun. Yeah. No, I wouldn't even do that to you guys in Sarcastic Fun. I know that you're not as solid on the team preferences as Bam is, but not for nothing. I'm sure that would not be overly appreciated. I think the humor may be lost upon him, if I try some of that. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Excuse me. Keep it. Okay, and to be clear, keeping the spots, do you want me to send the cash back? Do you want me to just keep the cash and keep them green? I believe that's what you mean, but I don't want to assume. No preferences, no Steelers. Sounds good. You know, not for nothing, I'm going to say this, because this is not the first sick-looking Stidham that Bam has pulled out of the premium football packs recently out of the room. So, you know, I'm just thinking he's had some crazy success in his room with them New England Patriotos. So he's, for the evening, going to be a New England Patrioto. And you can't go wrong with Detroit. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, Brian. Thank you, bro. Fernando, are you in the room? I know that you were jumping in and out, and I'm sure that you got bored with my blah, blah, blah much time ago. So, no, I'm just wondering. Let me know if you weren't, and this is the first time you're hearing the question. If we don't close this tonight, which it looks like it's probably not going to happen, or might not happen. We have another 40 minutes, and we don't know. Just wanted to know if you wanted me, if you wanted to kind of hold this and keep this and run with it, carry it over, or if you wanted your name removed at the end. You know what I mean? That's all on you and your preference. Let me say that. Everybody else is on board, and with your approval, if we hit the 10 o'clock hour, because I am going to kill the feed at 10 o'clock so that we can all meet on the same side of the table over in Mike's room and crack us some dang monsters, some monsteros. And then tomorrow night, you know where I'll be, in with Bam and Anne Marie, the Rated R room, trying to be as acceptingly vulgar as I can be without being gross. I'm working that skill. My mother told me a long time ago, when it is I find what it is I'm good at, I should stick with it. So I'm a solid asshole, and it's a skill that I'm trying to refine. So I think that, yeah, and it gives me a great opportunity to refine that skill in an environment where we're allowed to be a little more adult-y, if you know what I mean. So you know where I'll be tomorrow night. That's going to be up in Bam and Anne Marie's, Bam Sports Collectibles. He's been cracking some absolute amazing stuff. He cracked a $7,000 football card out of Hit Parade Platinum last night. Disgusting, or 6,000. It was at least 5,000, 5 or 6,000. He's congratulate Bam the next time you see him. He is one of the most recent, or the most recent, Pat Mahomes, Donruss Optic, autographed rookie, serial number to 149, repack envelope, football card, monster tier, beyond anything winner. So everybody go in and congratulate him tomorrow night in his room. But you really got to, honestly, if the helmets, get ready to drool. Get ready to drool. The other side of the coin, he's been cracking absolute fire monsters out of everything platinum. The basketball, the football, heck, even the baseball, man. Oh, man, it's on fire. And you know how we feel. It's kind of like that hot seat at the table, at the casino table. You take advantage of it while it's hot, because so rarely does it get hot. So often are you sitting on ice cubes. You know what I mean? Take advantage. They've got some hot product. Hot product. For sure. And you will never, ever be bored. Ever. If you are, nobody on the planet will be able to entertain you. I'm here to say that your expectations and your standards may be a little too high, because there hasn't been one time that I haven't had tears in my eyes at least once from something funny that is occurring. Yeah, be ready. Be ready. But back to these two series, these two lines we got dropped. Right now, actively, we don't have too much action on the baseball. Fernando, I'm going to say at this point in the night, yeah, we're going to close, we're going to cancel, we're going to do all that to the baseball bat line. We will try this again. To give everybody a heads up, if all goes well, you'll see SBR again. We're going to pop in, pre-game for a little while. But I think that we'll make Saturday, midday Saturday into early evening, the major bulky multiple lines and just go kind of crazy, not crazy, but we'll go Yoda crazy. So, I'm definitely not normal, so. Okay, cool. Oh, keep his spots. Okay, I'll keep the baseball then, too. Well, he did ask for the A's. That's right, that's a pick. Yes, I will. That's right. Yes, he's got his spot. Cool. Yeah, and what we'll do is we'll carry these over if either or both don't fill. And we'll work the first one until it does. And once the first one, once the person cracks, trust me, I think you'll be as hooked as I was to keep packaging them. Big smiles throughout. Big smiles. Fernando, buddy. No, I just got the update. I was going to ask you. I didn't know. It doesn't necessarily look like we might close anything tonight, my brother. So I just didn't know how you would prefer handle this on this side. But then Anne-Marie, amazingly, awesomely, hit you up and got the answer to us. I didn't think about it. I was going to close or cancel the bat. But it is a pick one, get one. So what we can do is carry it over. So I'm canceling the bat for the night, but I'm holding the spots, if that makes sense, to give you that preference. Yeah, and that's where we be at this evening. Let me pose this to you guys. I know I've explained the break and what the Madness series is verbally. Would it help you all if I opened up a box and kind of ran it through a mock instance from beginning to end? With the time that we have left tonight, I won't do it tonight. But what I'll do, if you think if you think it would help you, get a better understanding of the series, and all the true turns and twists and such, let me know. And the next time I go live, what we'll plan to do, it'll probably be another 7 to 10, maybe Thursday or Friday. Yeah, let's do that. If you guys would like, I'll run through one of the boxes. Now, it's not going to be a box that would be in the series. It's going to be, I'll make another one up so that you know, because I don't want to, adjust, modify, and kind of crack into the series itself. So this is why I say this. I will create a simulated box, and we will run through it. Yeah, no doubt. Yep, agreed. Yeah, that's what we'll do for sure. It's by the time I come back, we come back live again. By the next time we're on, I will have a box that we can use as a kind of a quote unquote mock run through to show you practically in reality what I've been trying to explain, you know what I mean? Because some of it does sometimes, and sometimes, more often than, things will get lost in translation. So what better than to show, you know what I mean? But keep in mind, it's going to be, in essence, the quote-unquote 21st box of the series, you know what I mean? It's not going to be something that's on the build already. It's going to be something supplement. Just so that we've got something and use it as kind of a prop and show you. Or if you think it'd be a better idea, I will make an independent video simply that. and I will title it such so that it's not a long video or a piece of another video. It's literally its own subject. It'll be as short and sweet as it can be, and it'll have a great, complete explanation with practical run through. That's another thought that might help. Again, this is all just kind of coming up with things that might assist, things that I'm not necessarily going to have thought about until we got to this point. Yeah, I totally think that's going to work out. That's what we'll do. Yeah. The only question is, do we make a isolated time in a video, or do I add it in the beginning of the next live night? I think that maybe I'll do 2 boxes and I'll do both. So it'll be a video to refer to, and for everybody, the next time we go live, I'll have yet another box that we can actually do it through live. And I can show you the process live as opposed to simulated with no live audience. Because if you do have any questions in the process, if it's a video that you're not going to have the opportunity to ask it, and your questions will still be questions. So, yeah, no, let's do that. Yup. Not a problem. Pas de problème. That is actually French. Haha. Fermez le fenêtre. Close the window. Fermez le bouche. Close your mouth. Those are the 2 most common requests my French teacher ever had for me. Fermez le bouche and fermez le livre. Close the door, close the window, close your mouth. Yeah, those are the 3 things he ever asked me to do. Yup. Oh, jeez. Excuse me. Ugh. All right, bear with me, folks. 1 moment. I'm going to change screens, and I am stepping away to use the little boy facilities. I'll be right back. Above my head, RSA SBR collaborated jersey series, 20 box series. To my other side, yes, okay, the Madness series, the 20 box Madness series. And to the other side, the Hit Parade, my finger won't go beyond that. The Hit Parade Series 14 bat, and I literally put those signed used marker, that picture up there, because I'm waiting for the day that I can prove they exist. To me, they're the Loch Ness Monster. But the other thing is, too, is I can't imagine there are going to be too many of them. You know what I mean? They have one guy sign 100 things. You're going to see that one thing in the series, 1 of 100. And so literally you maybe have a 1% chance of getting the marker. You know what I mean? Because that player will be distributed over the next 100 series, maybe 80, because you might see them twice in the same or whatever. But yeah, they are, to me, the Loch Ness Monster. Bigfoot. Yeah, and you King Kong, all that. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. I'm going to go use the facilities. Or as my shipmate Anthony yelled, bro, I got to go use the head. I'll be right back. ask? Go ahead. Oh, thank you for your patience, and I am back and back and back. Oh, do I feel relieved. Whew. The tonsils were drowning. They weren't swimming, they weren't wading, and they weren't treading. They were drowning. Fernando, I will, not presently. I will, in about, probably pushing closer to a week and a half, 2 weeks. Yes, there is eBay in the immediate future, and the eBay, it's going to be easy. It's going to be the exact same thing. Sports break retreat, spaced out, and not 100% sure yet, but if I'm able to, you will see the SBR logo as well as, visual reference, visual association, and you will know it's us. But yes, very, very, very soon. Now, my question for you, Fernando, what would you like to see on eBay? You tell me, buddy. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be honest with you. Double-edged sword, I had been teetering. We. And when I say I, everything is we. I'm just looking at myself at the camera, so I'm talking to me. No, we had decided we were going to. Now, here's the thing. With the eBay does bring heavy immediate following, right? I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew on the navigation and the controls piece under a higher stress environment, you know what I mean? But the other side of the coin, too, is I do appreciate and understand that time is valuable, and if we're not closing breaks, we're kind of wasting some time, and we're wasting your time. Cards and lids? Okay. Okay. Yeah, right now, we've got Gridiron, Repack, Hot Packs, $150 value in each one, and I will hop over the line, give you a quick breakdown of price points and what we're breaking presently. Obviously, you know about the Madness series, and I'm going to do this. There we go. So the Madness, you know about that, and next time, we are going to run through a mock break so you'll understand exactly what it is. Crary! Yes, it's one of them. Yup. Not rated X. I don't know what they'd say about certain things, but hell yeah, man, go to town. Go to town, especially this point in the evening. Not 7 o'clock, is it? Right? Not for nothing, most of the kids should be, online studying to their online classes, to their online school. Wait, or summertime. They should be doing something else besides, anyway. Yup. Right back. How is it that I had to approve, hey, Anthony, did you approve Fernando's, or did Fernando slip his right through without approval? Pretty slick, bruh. Pretty slick. Yeah, the second product is the RSA jersey. It is a pick a team, get a team. 14. It's a $20 box series, and sprinkled throughout, we got the golden tickets that'll get you into the Madness Everything collection. There are some cash prizes collectively mixed up in there. And yeah, it's a wham bam bang. Thank you, ma'am. Quick series, 20 boxes. Collaborated effort with RSA, Rochester Sports Autographs. In the past, they had tried putting out a break product, and I think I feel that the one aspect they might have been missing was the break E perspective. So yeah, we've been collaborating with them for over 4 months to put together a break E more geared product, and then we decided to throw a little SBR twist on it and throw some golden tickets and some cash prizes because money talks and all that other BS walks. You know what I mean? This is a Series 14 bat hit parade. Got 3 of them in stock. I'm looking at number 82, 90, 92, and 99. Number 99. And here's the thing. Me being the weird associative, superstitious person I am, if in fact we have the Aaron Judge bat, you know it's going to be in tube 99. You know it's going to be in tube 99. So when I saw 99, I literally thought to myself, ooh, we do have a chance. So yeah, we've got that. There are three hit parade back, Series 14, their new series. In a moment, I've got some slideshows on a different screen that I'll pop up, and it's pretty detailed on their series. I've got some info on our Madness series and on the collaborated jersey series. And these are the Gridiron football card hot packs. Pick one, get one, $8 a team. I can assure you there's $150 value in each envelope. And the first Gridiron that we opened, it was going to be a surprise, but I kind of exposed it a little earlier. I don't know if I do, Fernando. I'll tell you what, this is a great call. What I'm going to do, and no pressure, Anthony, it's your call if you want to do the same, Mr. Moderator. I'm going to throw my cell phone up there for you guys so that anybody that doesn't have it has it. Feel free to hit me up anytime. 820. It's amazing. I really didn't know my own number off the top of my head. Crazy. I guess I never call myself. I call myself names, but I just never call myself on the phone. Whatever. The Gridiron. When we opened the first Gridiron football hot pack, wow. Mormon? Not for nothing. I cannot believe they just asked me to approve. You Mormon, Darren? I cannot believe they just asked me to approve that. Wow, YouTube, you have some very, very, very effective chat filters. I'm so impressed. Not sure if you could tell sarcasm. The throat was a little rough there. But the Gridiron Heart Packs, yeah, the first pack we opened as an in-room break, we oh, nothing serious, Ant. I literally somebody asked me if I had, I think it was Fernando that asked me if I had his number. I said no. So what I did, and then I said I didn't want to put any pressure on you. If you want to offer yours up as well. But I just dropped my number up there for anybody that might want it that doesn't have it. Because I don't think at this point, and it's a good opportunity, Fernando, I'm going to verify right now. I do. Fernando, I got it, buddy. Your last four, 2180. If that's so, you are the same Fernando. Darren, there. That's exactly what I want. Darren, how is your mom? Excellent. That's great to hear. That's great to hear, buddy. Yeah, 2180. I think that's the same one I did have you, Fernando. Cool. You know, here's the thing, Darren. Just the weather, climate, the girlfriend will tell you, I drink a gallon of milk a day all year long. All year long. In the summer, I barely eat anything. When my body gets warm, I barely eat anything. But then again, my body has been used to going through seasons of, we'll call it seasonal fasting. Honestly, don't force the food. And the best suggestion that I have for you, maybe try some more frequent, smaller snacks to keep stuff in the stomach. You know what I mean? Stress, pressure, having a non-empty stomach, believe me, serves a heavy, heavy, heavy benefit. Yo, yes. This I will never forget again, Fernando. Die-hard Bears fan. And not for nothing, I'm going to take the opportunity because now we're just going to dick around. We're just going to have a little fun. Now that's not the camera I wanted to show you. Yes. Oh, Fernando. Mr. Die-hard Chicago. Fernando. What do you think, buddy? You know what you're going to love? You're going to love that. when I have it fully framed. That's just a temporary frame. That's just a temporary frame that I've got it on, got it in. Wow, my words. Oh, and by the way, yeah, for the first person who we break their cold streak, we're sending them a de-icer pack. Anyway, yeah, eventually that is going to be framed with. Originally, it was going to be 2, but I'm going to end up razzing one of them off in the room. I've got 2 Walter Payton caps, and as a matter of fact, I might be able to pop that on screen real quick, just to show you, so you can anticipate. One of these will be razzed soon. The other one will be. Yeah, you are the only Bronco fan. The only. No, you're not the only, but you are definitely the most dedicated I have ever met. Hands down, in my entire life, you are the epitome of dedicated, loyal Denver fan. I have never, ever, ever met anyone as loyal to the Denver Broncos as Dale Crary. Oh, cool. Oh, gotcha. You know, Darren, I have a nice little unique allergy as well. I'm allergic to egg whites. So you want to talk about limiting? Yeah, yeah. So what I do is I find the very few things that I like and I just gorge. That's me. You know, I have a limited diet selection, if you will. Not that I'm on a diet or not that I really regulate any of that. I ate 2 pounds, 2+ pounds of Swedish fish the other day. So yeah, I'm not really all that focused on what I'm putting in my stomach. But yeah, there are a few things that I know I'm good with. So that's just what I've kind of focused on. My diet is kind of boring. I'm a steak and potatoes guy, and my girlfriend's a vegetarian. So yeah, that makes the meals fun. You would give Dale's left nut. Dale's left nut. Dale, are you interested? Can we figure out some sort of 3-way trade? Because you know that would just be, that would sit next to the Babe Ruth ball in its own little glass display case. It would have a little brass placard, and it would say Dale's nut. Dale's left nut. Honestly, Dale, can we work out a 3-way? 3-way. Oh, let me rephrase that. Dale, can we maybe put together some sort of 3-way trade? You hook Fernando up with something for you, or Fernando will hook you up for something for your left nut. He'll then trade me your left nut for the jersey. Everybody's happy, bro. Everybody's happy. How do you feel? You tell me, not to put any pressure on you, but man, it sounds like this could be a successful 3-way trade. It hinges on you. Do you really want to be the one that shoots this one down? I know you, buddy. You like to help out. You like to, I mean, what are you really sacrificing? You've got another one, man. You've got another one. Seriously. I think it's a sweet offer. I think it's a good offer, honestly. Really? Not for nothing. What value do you really put at your nut these days? If it was your only one, I would say, I get it. I get it. I get it. But still, Dale, brother. No doubt. Okay, so the ball's back in my court. Well done. Well done. He saved his left nut and he didn't even have to decline the trade. Well done. Them's, my friend, are the skills to pay them bills. And that's why you have them, I want them, and we need them. The skills, not the left nut, buddy. Just to be clear. It would be a great trophy, and not for nothing. I might even donate that to be, Bam's fantasy football trophy for the end of the season. Not for nothing. I think anybody would take that. I would wear that petrified, if you resined it and, encased it. Dude, I would wear that around my neck. I might. As long as I could put a brass plate and say, Dale Crary's left nut. Won fantasy football 2020. You know what I mean? Something like that. It couldn't just be, a nut on a neck. That just, So does this answer your question to the rated R roomness, by the way? I hope so. So one of these two bad boys, I'm going to razz up. I was going to frame both of these guys with that Peyton jersey. But I have a couple of other items as well. Um, I've got an 8x10 collage. These two pins, I actually have two of each. These are vintage, 85, and this was a two-piece that the second piece was added after the Bears actually won the Super Bowl. But those are both vintage. Those are going to get framed up with. So yeah, I'm trying to remember because I know I had. There were a few things. The one last piece I was looking for, I wanted something graded 8.5 or better, but it's just not going to happen. Crap is too expensive. But I wanted to put in a graded, either Beckett or PSA DNA, Walter Payton rookie. And not for nothing. That is the one thing that surprisingly, and that was embarrassing. We're going to leave this out for now. I'll take care of that later. Put this back over here and get it off the break table. But yeah, one of these, and it's probably going to be the black one because as an independent standalone piece, I think it's more beautiful. The black sticks out better than the white. The reason I might keep the white is because I feel the white is going to go better with the jersey, which is signed in white. You know what I mean? So I was thinking that association there. But then, yeah, there's the black and the white. At one point, I was going to frame one to each side, but then I felt that might be tacky and, you know, too much. It's redundant. That's the word, redundant. Who needs two when you got one? So, yeah, there will be a couple other things framed along with. And then it's going to become the single most unique Walter Payton framed. And that's part of the reason I wanted the rookie card to go with it. Ooh. Dale, dude, that sounds disgusting. In a good way, bro. In a good way. And listen, in case I am in any way unclear, no, that sounds like a baller. Baller. Darren, I didn't know you were a solid Eagles fan. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Huh. Yeah, no, that sounded beautiful. Oh, I read it again, Dale. As long as I'm good. Well done. Well done. But yeah, no, you know, I look at the time and not cutting it short, but got about 9 minutes to go. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming in, hanging out. We know that time is valuable. And really, genuinely, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate you spending and sharing yours with us. I hope it's fun. Things will pick up, you know what I mean? I understand you probably have the expectation to come into a break room and hope to break some product. We will get there, guys. That's a promise. Be patient with us. But yeah, sooner than later, you will be able to come in and break volumes, hopefully. Yeah, no doubt. Darren, on this note, chances are we're going to be in the next 8-9 minutes. Like your mitts? What do you mean, Dale? What you talking about? Like your mitts? Are you just trying to get me to say that word because it sounds like another word? If you remove that N and add a T. Anyway. Yeah, Darren, chances are we will be in Mad Mike's run. So if you do come back and we are not here, that's where we'll be. But yeah, want to thank everybody coming in, hanging out, shooting the proverbial breeze with us, and sharing your time with us. Because again, as we do genuinely from the bottom of our hearts appreciate it. You know, time is valuable, and we appreciate you spending yours with us. It's an age thing. Okay. Is that what I have to look forward to? Just wondering. Oh, your knits because they're kids, but they go to the knees. Now I get it. Now I get it. I am so caught up. Now I'm up to speed, and now I'm, part of the course. Now I gotcha. Down to the knees. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. I went downstairs to use the facilities, and the girlfriend explained to me how the elliptical worked today. Um, and I was just, when you mentioned that, I was just thinking to myself, imagining myself at 80 years old on an elliptical with my knits hitting my knees every time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Skeeter's on his testicles. Oh, there's a skeeter on my Peter. Whack it off. There's a skeeter on my Peter. Whack it off. I don't know the rest of the song. I just remember that as a kid, and it was funny. Ugh. Well, soon, if he agrees to the deal, he'll have one less to worry about and one less to protect and one less to have to defend and all that jazz. Because if all goes well, it might be a little trophy. Oh, and bam, you're going to love this. You're going to love this, buddy. We may have actually found a trophy, right, for your fantasy football league champion at the end of this season. We are trying to facilitate a three-way trade. I think, and this is where, don't be angry with me, because I know I did kind of I gave you a promised priority, but I'm looking greater picture here, Bill. So I know I told you, if I get rid of that Walter Payton jersey, I'll throw you'll know. But if we facilitate this three-way trade, we might get Dale's left testicle petrified and then resin, and then that could sit atop the Fantasy Football 2020 trophy. I don't know if the pictures are going to be a selling point, Dale. I'll be honest with you. I kind of would prefer the idealistic, hypothetical image of out of the satchel area, surgically removed, kind of like that movie Road Trip or whatever it was. No, that was, oh, goodness. Oh, such a great movie, and I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, anyway, I think we may have a trophy top piece, not for nothing. Dale gives up his left testicle. I give up the Walter Payton jersey. I don't even know what I get for it yet. Oh, wait, I get the left testicle. And then I donate that left testicle as a trophy. Ooh. I was thinking to myself, and that's why I'm thinking we go with Dale's, is one step already solved. They're already petrified. It's that much easier. You don't have to go through that petrification process. Saving time, saving money, that whole thing. It just, the more we talk about it, the more it makes sense, Dale. Dale, seriously. It's not even really taking one for the team. Do you really need both of them? Kind of selfish of you, dude. Really? Really? You really think you need both of them, bro? I don't know, man. I'd honestly. Do me a favor. I don't want to pressure you. I want you to think about it. Okay? Think about it seriously. Get back to me. And we'll make it happen if, in fact, and you'll make a lot of people happy. I promise you that. The gift that keeps on giving, because that trophy will then go to the new. And what's to say, Dale? What's to say you don't win the Fantasy Football League of 2020? You get your testicle back temporarily, and you get to actually see what one looks like outside of the satchel area. And then the next year, when somebody else wins, you actually have to give your testicle up again. I didn't think about that. I shouldn't have brought that up. That's not going to be a selling point in saying yes to the trade. All right, I'll think of a different angle between now and the next time. But yeah, there's an interest. Just know there's an interest in your nut. I don't know how you'll take that. You know, I've developed a very, 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 very awesome skill. The silent fart. I will be on the couch, the girlfriend will be on the love seat. She changes the channel, and if she changes to something politics, I know that the politics is going to be on the TV for the next 2 hours. Or I can release a silent fart, and she immediately runs out of the room. The remote control is available, and I'm back to watching whatever I was watching. What the hell did you get? What the hell do you get? Oh, good call. Good call. What do you get? First, the satisfaction. No, I'm not even going to run that because that's not a selling point. Just know that we would all greatly appreciate it. If I'm giving up, how does that trade work? I'm giving up and I'm getting. I think that you have to go to Mr. Chicago. Huh. That's a good question, Dale. And you know what really gets me really happy right now is that you're actually in the shoes of asking what you get. So you're pondering the trade, and I love this. That tells me, hook line, we've got him on the hook. We have him on the hook. We love this. We love this. This is good news, guys. This is good news. This is good news. You know, I've heard of Russian roulette and stuff, but this is absolutely crazy. 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 Yeah, we got us a three-way trade possibly working here, man. I can tell you I'm in. I'm all in with the Walter Payton jersey. You know, that was going to be Holy Grail. That was going to be, you know, hand down to the children I don't have yet that I probably won't have, that I'll give to nephews and nieces, and then they'll give to their children. And, you know, 13 generations later, that was still going to be in my family and my bloodline. I'm ready to sacrifice that because this means that much. I want you to think about it, Dale. I want you to think about it. And we will totally have more details next time we go live, because I think it's important. Everybody should be fully educated on the deal before we slam the deal down. Yeah, I don't want anybody to feel like they got taken advantage of, because you know this is one of those deals that you can't really, you know, you kind of committed, you know, especially once we've gone to a certain point, certain snips have occurred. It's kind of too late to back out on the deal. So we don't want you to do it uneducated. We want you to know all. So yeah, we'll work it, but it's good to know. Good to know. Guys, I am looking at the time, and I am going to say this. I will meet you all in Mr. Mad Mike's room. Good luck. Good luck, unless you're breaking something against me in that case. Luck. Luck. They're not cheap. Bro, come on. You know, not for nothing. Certain things have more value when they're still in the box, unused. Some things have a higher value as a game used, but your testicles are not game used testicles, bro, and it does not jack up the price. I'm a realist here, you know what I mean? I get it that they're probably not cheap, that you're attached to them. You know, there's probably a pretty close relationship and bond. But that doesn't directly translate to high monetary value, because I cannot put those testicles in the category of game used, because I'm not sure if that's actually a selling point, bro. I think that I'd rather use more generic terms to sell a testicle. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. What we've got to do is we've got to agree on a value, on a base value of the testicle first. You know what I mean? Because we could be trading and comparing apples to oranges here. You know what I mean? I mean, it should say a lot, you know, because, you know, that Walter Payton jersey isn't cheap either, you know what I mean? So if I'm willing to throw that up, you know, that's a testament of the value that I am, you know, for lack of better terms, valuing the testicle at, you know what I mean? You know, I'm not throwing a Corey Davis, you know, jersey at you, you know what I'm saying? Top tier for top tier, bro. Them testicles is getting some value. Getting some value. Wow, can't believe we just did that. Anywho, once again, guys, thank you. Thank you very much for stopping in, hanging out. and taking some of your time and spending it with us. We do appreciate it more than you know. Kind of, kind of, kind of. I've always found when operating in the nether region, it's probably best that you be horizontal, not vertical. Either way, it's going to be an unhappy ending. That's a good call. There's no way around that. But the offset is, Mr. Bear will have a Walter Payton. I will have a testicle. That's like one of a kind. Oh, and by the way, if you wouldn't mind signing it before you send it out, it would be awesome if you could get that done under a witness of JSA, because it's going to be kind of awkward for me to recertify your autograph on your testicle if they weren't present on the original testicle signature. As I hear it to be, it's much more difficult to get something post-certified. And the more unique the media, I guess, the item that it's signed on. So, you know, they're going to have a hard time finding Dale Crary autographed testicles out there to compare the autograph to for authenticity. So, out of convenience for everybody, if you wouldn't mind, when it comes time to signing that old testicle, do it under the witness of JSA for us, and then there's no question, and then it's all legit. You know, we wouldn't think it's somebody else's testicle or somebody else's autograph. They are worldwide and tested. Wow. Wow. Fair enough. Fair enough. Worldwide and tested. Yes. Okay. 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 I'm going to leave you with this term because there is testing and there is exhaustive testing. So let's just be clear. Have they been tested or have they been exhaustively tested? Big difference. One is kind of run, the other one is kind of overrun. You know what I mean? Game used before over game used, you know, overused. So worldwide and tested, or worldwide and vigorously, rigorously, you know, thoroughly. You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going, Dale. All right, y'all. We're going to cut it. We'll meet you over in Mike's room. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Once again, I had a blast. And I hope you all enjoyed yourself. We will see you in Mad Mike's. Peace!